book/reading notes from my reading June/July 2024 reading of Inseparable: How Family and Sacrifice Forged a Path to the NFL by Shaquem Griffin and Shaquill Griffin with Mark Schlabach. I am Tanis Coralee Leonhardi, a she, her, hers of Seattle, and when this book was published back in 2019, they were both playing for the Seattle Seahawks, our National Football League team here in the United States of America. And this is one, I think, still the only book that I have actually tracked through the pre-ordering, like in release phase, and ordered it at the time of release. Kind of, I'm on Amazon with the tracking of the pre-order and stuff. So, first and only currently, I think that's right. And it's a first edition W Publishing Group. I'll put ISBN in the video description. So let's jump in, see if I can do a short one. Book notes, so including construction and design. I'm not wearing my Seahawks jersey because that's a number 3 jersey, and neither of them were number 3. Okay. Even though Shaquill was drafted in the 3rd round. Shaquem was drafted in the 5th round. Okay. Book, so title of the book, and then title of the chapter and page numbers are at the top instead of, since there's multiple authors, they did not do author name. That's my guess as to why they didn't do that. There's a little bit more spacing between the text. The text itself is not it's small to small medium, and they do a trade-off in whose perspective it is. So if it's Shaquem speaking, the one with one hand, and then if it's Shaquill speaking. And they're identical twins from Florida, the Floridian identical twins, and Shaquill has 2 hands and Shaquem has 1 hand, and it was a birth defect, a condition that then the hand was removed when he was about 4 years old, or the fingers were removed, or however one wants to phrase that. So there we go. And yeah, I guess that's it. It's kind of reading notes, but content is formatting. There's also that gets emphasized a lot in the book, and one of the, I'll make it about book design. Letters to Shaquem and Shaquill. There wasn't a single letter they included that was addressed to Shaquill. So it was like, and then there's a discussion guide, acknowledgements, and then about the authors. And again, there, the Shaquill section includes Shaquem, but the Shaquem section does not include Shaquill. So it's kind of like, perhaps there's such thing as too much sacrifice. Okay. All right. So then reading notes, which I've provided background. Let's go through what I flagged. 23. Page 23. I thought it was funny. Shaquill said, like, the writing utensil, quill with S-H-A, Shaquill. He thought, he was like, made a quote, I mean, I could only laugh whenever Shaquem called me ugly, unquote, because they were identical twins. So he was like, well, if you're calling me ugly, what does that mean about you? You're ugly too. So that was pretty good. And that was about when they were growing up. And page 68, they talk about watching YouTube videos. YouTube specific. This is another book that brings up YouTube videos. They actually bring up, like, part of their training and stuff was they had to watch live streams or watch videos and stuff. So YouTube or some other video sharing platform or means of video sharing, it's like, that's part of their job. So it's like, in terms of YouTube consumption or video consumption, right, it's a reminder that in some industries, the people spend hours a day doing that to dissect what they're watching for their job. All right, page 78. Oh, he talks about how he was having a lot of difficulty with what Shaquem, and he uses the term limb difference. And so previously, I've already done a book on somebody with a limb difference. Bethany Hamilton, the shark attack survivor. I've read that a few times and I have multiple notes videos, for one for each reading currently. And that was 2004. She published her autobiography / memoir, and she's the one who had the shark eat one of her arms, and so there was she was missing everything under about that far. I kind of wonder if there was a little bit, kind of like with Shaquill and the like could only laugh when he called me ugly thing. Kind of wonder if there was a little bit of that factored into how he was treated. Like people kind of looked at him and he was just missing his hand. And so I kind of wonder if there was some people who kind of were like, but it's not really a limb difference if you're only missing your fingers or your hand or something like that. So an appendage difference. I'm just thinking of Bethany Hamilton, right? She went on to win national championships with other people with 2 arms, but she only had 1 arm. She didn't have an elbow. She didn't. So it's like a nitpicking, but not being nitpicky, being like limb means like this. And so it's part of a limb, but it's not the full limb. So I kind of wonder if like some people were like, if he'd used a different term, it might have gone differently. Okay, that is my 2 cents there. 1:30. They talk briefly. Let's see who talked about him. Shaquill, Cam Chancellor, my favorite Seattle Seahawk. He retired in July 2018 because of a neck injury. Okay, so being nitpicky there. Then in the letters to Shaquem and Shaquill, I thought it was kind of rude that somebody said Shaquill was what a sibling should be. I was like, so Shaquill kind of like sacrificed like his entire life, right? Like there was a really dedication to his brother, which was not necessarily reciprocated by Shaquem, to make it work for Shaquem. Because if he didn't make it work, Shaquem would make his life hell. So I think is actually highlighting that dynamic as how a sibling should work is kind of, I would hope there would be more balance there. Personally, right? That's that person's parenting style. That was page 194. Sorry. And then I didn't actually say what page. Oh, Cam Chancellor was retiring. I apologize, you guys. Okay, so that was 194. And then kind of towards the end of that section to be like 196, which is a blank page. They didn't include a single letter addressed just to Shaquill. So here we go. So this is like, Dear Shaquill Griffin, I am like you, I have 2 hands. Do not underestimate your worth to the world because you have 2 hands. There are people in this world like me who like people with 2 hands. Okay. And thank you for tolerating your brother. And thank you for becoming a Seattle Seahawk. That's my National Football League team. Forever yours, Tanis Leonhardi. There we go. Okay. Page 204. I'm going to do one of their, instead of a discussion guide, so I'm going to do one of their questions. Chapter 14, which is titled Rookie. Question number 3. How have you received love and support from your parents even as an adult? Okay. I still have this book. I live with my parents. I'm over 31.00 years of age, and they did not force me to throw this out, nor the bin that this book is being stored in. Yes, I did have to go get it from one of the bins. I still have this book. Okay. In conclusion, it was a good book. Quick read. I started this Saturday, 29 June 2024 and finished it yesterday. So actually finished it yesterday and doing the notes video today. So finished it yesterday, Tuesday, 2 July 2024. I'm filming this Wednesday, 3 July 2024. I'm Tanis Coralee Leonhardi, she, her, hers of Seattle. And I marked full book number 24 for me for the 2024 year. So my year-end metric, even though it's July, is 2 per month average.